Really good book, actually. So there's that. Now we're going to talk about how to take care of your health, how to ensure your best health. We're actually going to talk about health insurance today. I was going to have a guy come on. We're going to talk about health care insurance at different stages in your life, what kind of insurance you need to have. He couldn't be here with me today because of some other issues. So I did actually get a note from him, and he wanted me to tell everybody that for insurance, whenever you are looking for your own personal health insurance, insurance is all about protecting your health, your assets, your family, your retirement, your investments, and giving you long-term care. Age and insurability are key, and it's risk in large numbers or multiples of groups. So age and health are very key. So basically, the healthier you are, the younger you are, the cheaper it's going to be.
Right.
And even with age, the healthier you are, even as the older you get, the cheaper it is to get in health insurance. So there's that from my friend that does health insurance. If you want a good health insurance guy, contact me. I'll forward you over to him. He is fantastic. He literally will get you the best insurance and rates you can get.
Well, is he going to come on the show and be a guest eventually?
Maybe possibly. I'd love to have
Okay.
him on here. So
Okay.
we'll see about that. We'll see if we can get that worked out somehow. So that's the basics on health insurance needs. And boy, for any age, the main thing to have is if you can get catastrophic, at least you have that. So if anything major happens,
And ideally get it
yeah.
when you're really young.
Yeah,
I used to
yeah.
work in the insurance industry.
Yeah.
And
Same thing with health. Same thing with the life insurance policy. The younger you can get, I got mine back when I was 22. So yeah, I've had mine for. I'm not going to tell you how long I've had mine.
I actually have mine.
You can guess.
Before I have an illness that I could never qualify for it again, but
Yeah, I actually wanted to have him on here so we could talk about that, but we can't. So
yeah.
hopefully some other time we can.
But I do have life insurance, and I hang on to that thing because I know that
Yeah, and life insurance is a big thing to have. It's a major thing to have, and I'm probably going to have either I'll have somebody on or somebody else is going to come on. We're going to talk about.
You can even sell it,
Yeah. Well, I'm going to have somebody come on and talk about life insurance and some different ways you can utilize your policy.
Yeah, you can sell it
for financial reasons. Yeah.
Especially if you're sick.
Yeah. Actually, it's not just the selling of it, but we'll get into that much later. Basically, what I want to talk about today is ensuring your health, for as long as you can. How to ensure that you're going to have the best health for the rest of your life. Knowing what's really going on with your body. Basic tests to get. And the best way to ensure your health is to work out every day and eat the best diet possible. So, best diet possible, here it is. Lean meats, lots of vegetables, a couple of fruits, and some nuts. That's it.
The caveman diet.
The caveman diet. Pretend you're a caveman, eat like a caveman.
Or an Indian.
Or much more caveman. Yeah, live like a caveman, eat like a caveman, work out like a Spartan.
Well, and if you're a cave woman, a little chocolate never hurt anybody.
Yeah, a little chocolate's good.
that was back then, right?
Yeah. I mean, chocolate is actually good for you.
They chowed down on cocoa beans back then. They got the real stuff.
Yeah.
It's kind of bitter though. It's not nice and sweet like we
So you got to add that sugar.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's the bad part, though. That's the part you have to stay away from.
Yeah, sugar helps the medicine go down. Is that it? But there's that. One other thing I want to throw in here, because I actually talked to a guy last night, bumped into him, and sparked this idea in me. Don't forget about funeral services, because most people don't think about that beforehand. Go ahead and start looking at that. Get those things done. In fact, I'm even trying to have him on the show on here, because we talked a little bit, and dealing with that is tough because you're looking at mortality and everything else. But everybody's going to die. You might as well plan for it and have the best party you can for that, and go ahead and get that thing paid for. That way you can celebrate your life and have fun with it. And know I'm going to be in that spot right there. I'm going to have that coffin. So you can do it that way. And he's going to talk about financing options.
I'm going to be over
there.
Like
that. Yeah. So.
Wait, he's going to talk about finance and funeral services, or?
Yeah. So you can finance these things
that's
out.
a combination.
When you don't take care of your health, you're going to get some.
If you're going to eat chicken fried steak every day, go ahead and just get that thing financed, because you're going to be using it soon. So there's that. Basic tests that people need to get, just for general health concerns, okay? If you're under 40, you need to get cholesterol, blood pressure, and pap smear for the women out there. On cholesterol tests, basically it's best to get these, at least get them once a year so you know what your levels are. On cholesterol, total number should be right around 200. They're looking for under 200, really up to 220-ish is actually not too bad. But everyone wants you to stay under 200.
So what about just to throw out there real quick, what about for those people who say, well, my family, we've all been great. Should I get tested or not?
Oh yeah, everybody should. Mostly because of genetics plays a huge part in this, but so does diet. So if you genetically, you've always had low, low cholesterol, but your diet is horrendous, your cholesterol levels they may be low, but your ratios of stuff may be just horrendous, and triglyceride levels will probably be through the roof. If triglyceride levels are through the roof, it doesn't matter what your cholesterol level is, you're going to have some issues later on.
And they were able to see from testing that I had some issues that came up. So if your test is abnormal, then they would know to start looking to see.
So did you have a family history or no?
No, this was something else.
Okay.
Having the actual blood work and tests, they detected something that they wanted to.
Right.
It was a change, and it ended up being part of another illness that I had, or an illness that I was dealing with.
Yeah.
Right.
So you can find things out like that. Also, it will tell you if you think you're having a good diet, you think you're eating a fantastic diet, and your cholesterol is horrible, you're not eating a good diet. At least not for you anyway, because some people need more protein, some people need more fat in their diet, some people need more carbohydrate in their diets. Everybody's a little bit different on that as far as how they work biochemically. So yeah, that will tell you a whole lot, especially when you look at on the total. There's an LDL and an HDL. HDL is the good cholesterol. LDL is the bad stuff that potentially will kill you if there's a whole lot of it roaming around. Numbers for that: LDL should be under 130, HDL should be over 170, or over 70.
Can you get these tests at, pick them up at the store and get them done?
That's a good question.
Actually, you can, or you can go to the little doc in the box if you want to. I'm trying to think if there are any cholesterol tests you can get over the counter.
A stick or something?
No, usually for cholesterol tests, they're going to do that with blood draw. So. Cholesterol is normally a blood draw test.
That would be a good thought, though.
It'd be great if you could do a swab. It'd be great if you could do a swab, because you can do that for testosterone, you can do that for most of your hormone stuff, so testosterone, estrogen, things like that. You can do those. We'll actually talk about that here in a second. So yeah, cholesterol, triglycerides as well. Triglycerides are the main thing right now, because you want to make sure those are under 80. Anything over 80, and you're going to start looking at type 2 diabetes very, very soon, because that basically tells you how much sugar is roaming around your body.
Yeah, and that's a real issue. That is happening to people getting that later on in their life, that type 2.
Yeah. So, and that is purely dietary based.
Yeah.
Blood pressure.
Based on McDonald's and.
Yeah,
well,
if you're eating McDonald's.
I didn't say that. Sorry. I love McDonald's. My daughter loves McDonald's. But
I don't.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to laugh at this. I didn't like Happy Meals when I was a kid. I protested Happy Meals.
Wow.
I protested them. They had to bribe me. My family had to bribe me to eat those.
So you've always been this way, Clint?
Yeah, I've always been this way.
You're just blessed.
Yeah, so I thank my mom for that. She was eating all the vegetables and stuff before she was even pregnant with me, so I just got it from there. Blood pressure is another thing you need to have checked. At least once a year, if not quarterly. 120 over 80 is optimal in that. Yeah, I need to hurry up here. For the women, Pap smear test. There's actually a thin Pap smear. It's actually 65% more accurate on catching cancers, things like that.
Is that at the doctor?
That's at the doctor. Whenever you go get your yearly womanly exam, okay, which I suggest every woman does that every year.
And even
What's the name of it? Go ahead.
But it's the Pap smear test, but there's actually a thin Pap smear, or it's a thin prep Pap smear. Basically, the Pap smear, normally it's just a little slide test. They do a swab and they put it on the slide. This is actually, they put it in a vial, they send it off, everything gets checked. This way they take all the blood and everything else out of that, and they separate the endothelial cells and actually check it that way.
Oh, that's why they go in there and pinch the uterus. Yes, that hurts too.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've been through that experience.
Well, they do that,
Feels
and it
scary.
really, it does pick up it as a